Welcome back into the Recruiting Roundup. Scout.com's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. It's the latest in Arizona high school football recruiting year-round. High school football season just weeks away. We're getting pumped for that. Recruiting news just before the start of the season. Jason, another commitment, a player that was on really not very many people's radars at the end of last season. Since he won a state championship, though, at Yuma Catholic, Matt Pistone has been one of the most sought-after players in the state of Arizona, and he announced his commitment last week.
Yeah, he absolutely blew up in the spring evaluation period, ended up with 15 scholarship offers, but he ended up committing to Oregon State. He took unofficial visits and visited Corvallis and went to Boise State at the same time, narrowed it down, said those two were his finalists. Pick the Beavers because he said they play with 3 tight end sets and he has a chance to play early on. But it's been a long time since a prep out of the Yuma area has signed with a Division I school. And Pistone's the first in a long time, and Oregon State is getting a very, very good football player.
Now, one thing that we mentioned a while back with Pistone was the potential that he could play offensive line because of his size and his footwork. And we compared him to Trent Moore from Hamilton, who's going to be at Oregon State this year, who started as a tight end, finished as a left or right tackle at Hamilton. You look at Pistone right now as a tight end, has a similar size. Do you think you could see a similar transformation with him, or is it going to be tight end through and through with this guy?
I could see him potentially doing it. It's not what he wants to do. He wants to play tight end, but when you're getting recruited and when these college coaches are recruiting you, it's good to be versatile. He plays tight end, he plays defensive end, and he has a frame where he can be an offensive tackle. No wonder he ended up with 15 scholarship offers.
No question, and Coach Riley has done an outstanding job getting kids from Arizona to Corvallis. Matt Pistone out of Yuma Catholic, the latest to do so. Now to some of the offers, Jason. A very substantial offer, a Big Ten offer at that, for Cameron Johnson, the running back for Saguaro.
Yeah, just transferred to Saguaro from Tempe High School, and Wisconsin offered him. Now, Wisconsin has offered 4 players from Saguaro, which is absolutely ridiculous, but Cameron's being recruited by the Badgers as a defensive player. Wyoming is his other offer as a defensive player, but UNLV is another school, South Dakota State and Montana, that offered him as a running back, so you can see how versatile Cameron is.
Jason, you mentioned all the players, not just at Saguaro, but around the state that Wisconsin has offered in Arizona over the last few years, and you look at the level of their program, what makes it so desirable for them to come across almost the entire length of the country to come out and recruit Arizona's best?
Well, their DB's coach, Bill Bush, has been recruiting out here for a long time. He was at Nebraska, he was at Utah, he was at Utah State, New Mexico State, and he's recruited here, and he has very, very strong ties here. Now, this is only their second season, going into the third season at Wisconsin, and the Badgers have landed 2 junior college players, one from Eastern Arizona and Serge Trezzi, and Tanner McElvoy out of Arizona Western, who's going to compete for their quarterback job up there. But coming here, with his ties, and they're going to be selective in who they recruit, find a player or two, and try to get a kid every single year out of the state of Arizona.
So that's the latest offer. And also there's more Saguaro news coming down the pipe. One of their players is going to be selected for the Under Armour All-American game.
Yeah, we just found out that their long snapper, Jordan Butler, he was ranked the #1 long snapper at the Kohl's snapping camp. And whoever's #1 in the country, Kohl's gets to pick who's going to snap in the Under Armour game. And Jordan got that, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations to Jordan. A great opportunity for him. One final note to get to before we're done on this edition of the Roundup. There's going to be another commitment coming down the pike that you reported this coming Friday. Who is it, and where do you think the landing spot is going to be?
Well, Friday at 12:30, Taylor Powell, the linebacker from South Point, is going to announce his commitment. His top 3 schools are Colorado State, Fresno State, and Nevada. A couple weeks ago, we had our crystal ball out, and I said that I thought it was going to be Fresno State, and I'm sticking with that. I think that Powell is going to commit to the Bulldogs.
So there it is. That's this week's edition of the Recruiting Roundup. Jason Jewell, Jared Cohen, thanks for joining us. Football season right around the corner. We're getting pumped.